Hi guys, welcome to today's tutorial. Today we're gonna be talking about the five main basic modifiers you're gonna need in any Blender app. Okay, so to start, we're gonna start with the array modifier. So let's just click on our cube. So we're gonna click on this stuff that looks like a spanner. This stuff here. Click on it, go to the modifiers tab, and okay, we gotta click on an object first. So I'm clicking on my default cube, and add in a modifier. So when I press add modifier, I click on array modifier. So what this actually does is that it duplicates your mesh, but it still has the same, they're all joints together, but it duplicates it in a way. So you can increase the count of your array. So now my array is set at 2, so it arrays another cube. So if I set my array at 3, it'll keep increasing and increasing. So now it looks like a combined mesh. But if you wanna create space in the middle, like make it look like they're actually disconnected in a way, you have to just so this is in the x-axis, so we're gonna adjust this x-axis till we find it. Okay, so let's just use this, and then you can see it's adjusted. You could drag it to the Y, so they're like scattered. You could just play around with it, do something fun, make cool scenes. You can go with Minecraft, whatever you want. Just play around with this. It really helps the array. You could just array from both the Z, the X, and the Y, so it goes different ways, and it looks pretty unique in a way. Yeah, pretty unique. So the next we're gonna be talking about is the bevel modifier. So I'm just gonna cancel that so we could actually see what we're doing in the bevel. Okay, so I just want to zoom in. Okay, I'm gonna on my screencast keys. That's if it's gonna be needed actually, but I just want to on it. Okay, N, then screencast keys, and enable screencast keys. Okay, and okay. So now my screencast keys is on, so you can see it right here. Screencast keys is on, so anything I do will be displayed here. Okay, so I'm going to click on add modifier and go to bevel. So what the bevel actually does is it smooths out the edges. It makes the edges appear soft, and it just bevels it. It gives it a smoother vibe. So if we increase the bevel amount to something like let's just leave it at 0.12, and then we could increase the segment, so you could see it gets more smooth. It just softens the edges, and then with the final touch we could just click on the object, right click, and shade smooth. So you can see the edges, it's completely smooth, pretty nice. You could do this to anything. If you want, you can actually increase the size more, way big, so you could form something like a UV sphere if you want. See, you can just bevel it to whatever you want, but I'm just gonna leave mine at 0.12. Yeah, this is just pretty nice. Okay, so let's move to the next. So I'm just gonna cancel this one, just gonna press X. Yeah, here. Okay, then I'm just gonna right click and auto shade smooth to fix the stuff. Click on add modifier, and the next one I want to teach you guys all about is the mirror modifier. Most people don't actually use this, but it's good. If you want to model, do stuffs, you could just use the mirror modifier. It's pretty good. So once you click on the mirror modifier, okay, so to do that, we gotta click on the object. So I'm gonna press tab to go to edit mode. I just want to create a loop cut, so I can just click on this here. loop cut, click on it, and then create a loop cut, right click and right click. Okay, sorry, left click then right click, yeah. Then move to my normal cursor. Okay, so I'm just gonna delete everything here. Everything at the side, I'm just gonna delete it because I wanna make a mirror. So you'll see when I'm done. So I just select this parts, delete the face. Yeah. So A, okay, G, then G to the X, and delete. So now what the mirror modifier does is it mirrors your object. So you could see this is the real object. So if I press E to extrude, the other objects extrudes with it. So it's just mirroring any effects you want to do with it, any stuff, any changes you make, it mirrors it. Okay, so let's just G this to the X. And okay, sorry, gotta press A, then G to the X. Drag this just to the right position. Then I could add a clipping. So I can click on this clipping, and if I press G to the X again, then it won't come apart. The clipping is at the loose edges, so everything just joins together. I can remove it till I click on the clipping again, off it, and then G to the X, and then I can move it. Okay, switch back to object mode. Okay, so that's what the mirror modifier is actually used for. You could mirror to the Y, axis, yeah. G to the X. You can mirror to the Y axis. You can mirror to the X axis. You can mirror to okay, so you can mirror to the Y axis. Okay, so let's just grab into edit mode and shift this to the Y axis, G to the Y. So now we could see the other mirror. Yeah, you could also mirror to the Z axis. Yeah, you can see it's mirrored to the Z axis also. So yeah, that's actually what mirror modifier is used for. So I guess we're done with that explanation. So I just want to delete this and shift A, add a cube again. Okay, add modifier, and the next one I'm going to teach you guys about is solidify. Love this. Okay, so the solidify is actually a really essential modifier once you're a modeler or something like that. It's really good. So what it does is it adds thickness to the mesh. So let's just try that. If we increase it, then we can see it starts getting bigger. You can see it starts getting bigger, but till you apply the modifier by clicking on this stuff here and pressing apply. Yeah, till you apply the modifier, you won't see it in edit mode. So now this is edit mode, and we can't actually select this edges because the faces, because it isn't actually a face yet. It's just like a mirage, an illusion. It isn't actually applied yet. So if we press apply, then you can see it's now a face. Let's zoom in. Yeah, so look at the cube. The cube is still here. So yeah, this is the cube we sort of divided it from. Yeah, so that's about it. You could also solidify inside. You could drag that to the minus value and it'll give you something else. So drag to the minus value. Let's see how that'll look. Yeah, it's still the same thing. It's just used for adding thickness to an object. So if you combine the solidify, and the bevel modifier, it gives you a pretty nice looking object. Points 12. A pretty nice looking object. Yeah. Okay, so next we're gonna talk about the best, the one I admire the most. So we're gonna click on add modifier and scroll down. Then you could go to subdivision surface modifier, subsurface modifier, subdivision modifier. It's all the same thing. Okay, so we're gonna click on it. Then it takes a little bit of time to load. So hang on. Okay, so what the subdivision modifier does is it reduces all the geometries and brings a more better shape. It's smoothing out all the geometries, all the points in a shape, or the faces, the edges, anything. It just reduces all and gives it a more defined look. So we could just press right click, auto shade smooth to fix everything, and whoop, it's a correct, complete UV sphere. So now we turned a cube to a UV sphere. Oh yeah, with the work of subdivision modifier. Well, you could actually do that with bevel. I showed you how to do it, but I prefer subdivision. More better. It's more easier, I guess, but I prefer subdivision. Yeah. Okay, so with that, we've come to the end of this tutorial. So be sure to like, subscribe, share, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.